Hello and welcome to the Lawn Care Grow Show. My name is Mark Lamberth. I'm the host. And today I'm speaking with Jonathan Bohnstadt at Positive Lawn Care Solutions in Collinsville, Illinois. Jonathan, thanks so much for being with us today. Yeah, very
Thanks for
cool.
having
I
me.
love the
Yeah,
intro.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we've been chatting here before the show. It's been a fun chat so far. A lot to cover. Really excited to hear the story. I'd love to just start by hearing what services you provide for your customers in Collinsville.
So mainly we provide it's a full service cleanup. So if anything gets out of hand, we do trimming, cutting, overgrowth, removal. Our specialty is really making a property look as good as it can be from the outside. So curb appeal is mainly what we focus on. Anything really outside of the house, cleaning up and squaring away. Like I said, that curb appeal is what we mainly focus on. But our main focus is grass and outside of the house.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Interesting. So, you're doing full service maintenance as well, right? I mean, you have a lot of accounts and you're doing kind of weekly, or by week, monthly maintenance on a property as well, not just cleanups. I mean, full service maintenance.
Oh, yes. We have over 100 accounts and we do weekly service. So that includes mowing, weeds. We do the hedges and the bushes. But a lot of our accounts are weekly and bi-weekly mowing.
Okay. So you guys are east of St. Louis, just geographically to get a sense of where you are in the country. How seasonal is that location? I mean, you guys aren't like way crazy up far north, but I mean, there in Collinsville, I mean, are you guys, at it for not 12 months out of the year? I mean, it's a 10 or 9, 8. How long is your season?
Probably from like April to September.
Okay.
So maybe about like seven months. Yeah, it's pretty seasonal.
Okay. Okay. Do you guys do any other services in the winter? Any type of snow removal? Any of that?
We have just actually branched out this last year to doing snow removal. I've updated my spreadsheets and my bookkeeping a lot, so I've been able to keep track of just all incoming calls and numbers, and I've been able to create a gross list of customers, whether we do work for them or not. We can now reach out to them. So that was a big step in expanding into winter work because we have leads now. So this last year, I would say we had about 50 snow accounts that we did. And my nephew, he is learning how to do this as well. I'm teaching him. So we're kind of in the process of expanding. But since 2017 is when I started up until now. So it's been about like nine or 10 years. It's really just been me. And then I've hired a few acquaintances here and there and helped them pay their bills along with learning how to run a lawn care service, like by working with me. But I also try to find out what they like to do because I preach starting your own business because I feel that it's instead of waiting for somebody to sign your check, I would like people to go out and sign their own check, and it works for me. And so that's what I'm trying to help other people do.
Big time. And so we had talked about that a little bit before the show, and that's something that's really important for you. I'd love to learn more about that. So, I've been an entrepreneur for a long, long time myself. I have had a number of different businesses, right? Love entrepreneurship and completely believe in what you're saying, right? That owning your own business is just like magical and incredible. And I recommend it for everybody. I'd love to hear your opinion on a kind of a counterpoint there to that idea. And that is that, when you have a job, you're working for someone else, you have to do what they're, saying during the work time, but then you get off and you go home and you got your free time, right? A lot of times we think that we're going to start a business and we're going to have kind of, sort of work less or have more free time or whatnot. Oftentimes that's not really the case, right? We're, at home, maybe working on invoices at night and whatever. What are your thoughts about that around how, if someone goes into that entrepreneurship world, they may actually end up, they will end up working more hours than they would if they're working for someone else, but it's still a better situation for them. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, that's a battle that my father fought with my mother, and I feel like my mother talked my father out of starting his own business, and he really wanted to, and he always told me plans, but then she told me that my mom talked him out of it because of that exact reason of what you're talking about, is because of the unknown and the things that you have to do that are taken care of when you have a job. When someone else, when you're working for someone else, that all you have to do is show up, basically do what you're told, and then go home, and that's it. And yeah, there are a lot of challenges that come with owning a business. Like you said, you don't get to just really come home and like go to sleep or like, relax. You have to come home and go over what you just did, write it down, make notes. You have to keep the books. You have to keep track of all of your expenses and all of that. And it's a handful of extra work, but if you want to, I feel like if you want to have freedom, you have to take those extra steps and you have to do that extra work. And a lot of the times it just comes at you and you have to deal with it as it comes. And nobody taught me how to do this. So it is kind of like, as things pop up, you just kind of have to take care of them. And you do have to learn how to be adaptive, but that's part of the process of, growing a business, and not just growing a business, but growing as a person, and creating what you want, and not necessarily settling. But when you create a business, it's what do you want it to be? And I have and I see it. I put it out into the world, and that's kind of how I feel about it. I know it's a lot of work and a lot of unknowns, but I feel like anybody can do it. They just gotta kind of get their feet wet,
I love it. Yeah, that's fantastic, man. What geographic area do you guys work in around Collinsville?
It's the Midwest. That's a lot of farmlands, kind of pretty flat.
Well, actually, what I mean is, pardon me, what radius do you guys work in? So, like a 10-mile radius, or do you guys go a little further out from Collinsville? You guys,
I'm gonna say about like 20 mile.
20 miles. Okay.
Yeah, 20
Awesome.
miles.
Well, fantastic. Great, Jonathan. If folks are, let me just say this, looking for you guys and looking for companies to talk with in your area for the podcast, we saw that you guys have got a ton of 5-star reviews. I'd love just to quickly hear how you are able to create, so much goodwill to get so many good reviews in your marketplace.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you have to know how to talk to people. Communication is everything. It's literally everything. So without good communication, you really don't have anything. So my main focus is to communicate healthily and actively with every customer, let them know exactly what I'm going to do. Time is not of a pressing matter as like the actions and what you say you're going to do, because everybody is on a different time. However, be clear and upfront with what you're going to provide and what you expect and what you're going to give. And just be transparent, and constant communication, I believe, is the key. So the more you can healthily communicate with your customers, the better relationship and the better results you will get out of that.
Fantastic.
So it's all communication.
Awesome, Jonathan. Very cool, man. Well, if folks are kind of in that radius of like 20 miles around Collinsville and looking for a great company to work with, what are a few ways to get in touch with Positive Lawn Care?
You can call this number right here.
Okay, I can't quite see it there.
618-7441. Okay. But yeah, Google, we're on Google, Facebook. We have an Instagram, TikTok. Other than that, I mean, lawn care, kind of a localized business structure. It's not like I'm selling a product I can ship, so it's really word of mouth. A lot of that.
Okay, fantastic. Is that number 618-741-9057? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Perfect. Great. Well, if you're near the Collinsville area, hear this and looking for a lawn care company to work with, get in touch with Jonathan at Bohnstadt. Jonathan, thanks so much for coming on the show today and sharing your experience with the company so far.
Yeah, thanks for having me.